What are some things you'd only know by growing up poor? You learn that ketchup packets from McDonald's make perfectly good tomato sauce for spaghetti. You know which gas stations have the cleanest bathrooms because your family uses them during road trips instead of stopping at restaurants. You understand that we have food at home isn't just a parent being cheap, it's because there's literally only enough money for groceries, not takeout. These weren't lessons I thought much about until I got to college and realized how different my childhood had been from my roommates. I knew which stores mark down bread on Tuesdays and that generic cereal tastes exactly like name brand but costs half as much. My freshman year, I was invited to dinner at my wealthy roommate's house for Thanksgiving. When we sat down to eat, I automatically started eating everything on my plate as fast as possible. Growing up, if you didn't eat quickly, your siblings might finish the food before you got seconds. My roommate's mom noticed and kept piling more food on my plate, saying, "Slow down, honey, there's plenty." But I couldn't slow down. The fear of food running out was too deeply ingrained. When she brought out a second turkey, just in case, I nearly cried seeing so much food that nobody was worried about running out. I'd never seen a meal where people left food on their plates without wrapping it up for later. The real culture shock came during Christmas break. My roommate was complaining that his parents only gave him $500 spending money for the month, while I was working double shifts at Walmart to afford textbooks for next semester. He casually mentioned throwing away day-old bread, and I asked if I could have it instead. "Why would you want stale bread?" he asked, genuinely confused. I explained that day-old bread makes the best French toast, and that my mom had taught me dozens of recipes for using food that was past its prime. He looked at me like I was speaking another language. I tried to explain how bread pudding, croutons, and breadcrumbs were all ways to use food that rich people threw away. What surprised me most was how these survival skills became my superpowers in college. While my classmates struggled with budgeting, I could stretch $20 into meals for a week. When the dorm heater broke, I knew how to layer clothes and use towels to block cold air from windows. I could fix almost anything with duct tape and creativity because growing up, we couldn't afford to replace things that broke. My poor kid knowledge helped me and my friends survive college without going into massive debt. I became the go-to person for finding free campus food, scoring discounts, and making dollar store supplies last all semester. Years later, I'm doing well financially, but I still save every rubber band and plastic container just in case. My wealthy friends think it's quirky, but I know it's survival instinct. I can't bring myself to throw away leftovers, even tiny amounts, and I still check clearance racks first at every store. My husband learned to never throw anything away without asking me first because I probably have a use for it. The best part is teaching my own kids these skills. Not because we're poor now, but because resourcefulness and gratitude are gifts that poverty accidentally gave me. They know how to darn socks, make soup from scraps, and appreciate every opportunity they get. When my daughter complained about generic brand crackers, I told her the story of ketchup spaghetti, and she never complained about food again. Growing up poor taught me that creativity and resilience matter more than money, and that's a lesson worth more than any trust fund.